Hi, Earth people. I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, January 31st, 31, 2022. And planet Earth and on this planet have civilization. And this civilization refusing act as civilization. This already undeniable. Now, continuation of this brutality, injustices, bullshit conflicts, wars, genocides, using banned weapons, chemical weapons, biological weapons, refusing stop climate crisis, which very deadly to this civilization. And this civilization also refusing remove this system which is doing all that mess, evil, satanic mess around the world. The ecosystem, financial system, satanic structure based on darkness, acting by schemes, corruption, money launderings, clubs and offshores, luxury, lavish lives of who capture nations' money, countries' money, slogans. Refusing act. Why I saying that? Because we not seeing any real action for do impossible corruption, money laundering, and this only possible if this civilization will replace today existed current financial system by other system, and this financial system should be transparent, fully transparent. And this life chance to you, civilization of planet Earth, chance of life. And why climate crisis happening and why they refusing truly act for stop climate crisis, we also already know because this existed current financial system. Undeniable. Because this existed current financial system of the world. And happening very bad things. And bad actors into this bad system try use their plans as Putin, fascist Putin, undeniable fascist Putin, taking country after country, invading, doing genocides, capturing territories of the sovereign countries. And all was okay. I demanding for years from Obama time, from 2011, 12. Of course, earlier Bush time, but Bush who very like Putin was acting, conspired against me, against my mission. This Bush and Putin. Of course, from daytime I was demand. But all these refusals, ignorance of my call for act, stop Putin, this come to this reality, into this satanic structure. Putin was acting same and for try achieve his targets, restore Russian Empire. And now he treating Ukraine, but all in silence. Again, another very serious mistake by United States and European Union, NATO. Ignorance what was happened in Kazakhstan. Only I think Blinken, Secretary of State, said they should, yes, watch what they happened. You have intelligence, you already should have. I have, means public already have. I have much more than you every time, everywhere. This is about universe unity. But about public, these videos, facts, this Putin, Bacha, Serdyukov, his Russian soldiers, Putin, fascist Putin military unit who opened fire without warning and killed hundreds of Kazakh people, civilians, hundreds, approximately 1,000. There are different figures, 500, 600, and other figures around 1,000. And this Tokayev and this Putin was speak by Tokayev mouths, open fire without warning. And now they try all that, refuse, downplay, distract from these facts. Oh, Putin, Tokayev, others. Putin try, he actually did in Kazakhstan what he did in Belarus. Means that, scheme same. In Belarus, people was acting and there was very serious day, moment, when Lukashenko even was thinking, step down. In this moment, Putin come to him. Actually, he invited Lukashenko to Moscow. Lukashenko ran to him, help me up, on knee. And Putin was used all that. Again, Putin was used people protest in Kazakhstan, in Belarus, same. Putin using that. In Belarus, he is Rosgvardia, is semi-police, semi-military police of Putin. Okay, was into Lukashenko police I said that in time when in Belarus all this process happened. I said they are already Putin Rosgvardia, and that's true. So Putin helped Lukashenko, and of course, when Lukashenko agreed, signed union agreement with Russia, and this means Anschluss of Belarus, and this happened months ago, not now, when already Russian troops there. And in Kazakhstan, plus means same, using Russian troops remain in Kazakhstan now in our days. They change their uniform, casque, helmet. They there, and of course there will agreement about military base in Kazakhstan of Russian troops and Kazakhstan joining announcement of that in agreement. Kazakhstan joining Belarus, Russia Union, another Anschluss. And same processing in Azerbaijan. Again, ignore. Again, they naive. When needed in Ukraine case, intelligence have info. And that's true, this Putin plan. When about Kazakhstan, same intelligence, silent. Or they, I think, after informing Joe Biden or if about European Union, Britain, right? Maybe their decision downplay. Another strategic and tactic, very dangerous mistake. Same mistake they what coming to Ukraine. This show by showing very bold stand in Ukraine case. But why this coming to this level? Because you're for years ignoring stop Putin. Now same thing you're doing in Kazakhstan and Belarus case. Uh, if Anschluss, Anthony Blinken, is good, normal, because authority invite Putin. There are no military intervention. And this acceptable. This authority illegitimate. This no matter in Belarus case. We all know and use sanctions Lukashenko authority and what this means. Why you sanction Lukashenko? And how you can allow Lukashenko invite Putin and Putin come to Belarus? You again ignoring this intervention, occupation of other sovereign country by fascist Putin. Putin using this stand-up station, yeah, in Ukraine and anxious Belarus already be happening now. Kazakhstan again, their crime against humanity. Openly, Tokayev said that. And Serdyukov did that. 1,000 people was killed without warning, open fire. And again, you try to downplay that. And again, they are Putin, and again, you try to downplay that. Joe Biden or Britain on Ukraine case, we hear if he will intervene. If not, no touch fascist Putin. Anschluss Belarus, Anschluss Kazakhstan, with Anschluss of Azerbaijan, all good. Putin widening his empire. Anschluss Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, no doubt. Turkmenistan possible. And all by violation international law, norms. They are crimes against humanity, as in Kazakhstan. Same we can say about Lukashenko crimes against humanity. This is all good. No touch Putin. Lukashenko touch. If Kazakhstan case, we will touch maybe sanctions. Tokayev, maybe. 1,000 they are killed. You maybe. But in Ukraine case, you bold, you will destroy Putin. Now Putin watching good. And using all that situation about your mistake if Putin will intervene Ukraine and how Putin using that online undeniable for me continue widening by violating international law and norm Russian Empire means restore Russian Empire. And these politicians also come in. Maybe they know Putin not will attack Ukraine, maybe. I know all these schemes. I know very good know who Rothschild and Co. who helping Putin and why helping. And the schemes, his methods. And these politicians, aka Lindsey Graham, when they maybe already know Putin not will attack Ukraine. Hey, Putin, if you will, you will regret of that. For naive, these schemes. For naive people. But I not will give you chance, fool people. This all happening because Rothschild and Co. who control world financial system helping Putin. Therefore, this all happened. Therefore, Germany will show this position, and France there, Macron, who link it on from his side to Rothschild and Co. structure scheme. And this continuation of that, I call you truly act, Joe Biden, truly act, NATO, Britain, others, truly act for stop Putin finally. Means stop his structure by our peaceful measures, sanctions. His crimes, this already all combined, already millions even, more than million. If Chechnya, if Syria, Joe Biden. There's different cases, no same person. And genocide of Chechen people, this not crime. Even they are not some international criminal court action or United Nations action. How you can ignore genocide of Chechen people or genocide of Syrian people in Aleppo region and using chemical weapon by Putin, Assad, by Putin, Assad. How you can ignore that? How Putin continue to kill even children in last half year, 6 months. Approximately 70 children was killed directly, intentionally by Putin pilots. Candy, take this candy, bomb, on schools. Nicholas Tenzer. Always remember Putin's war crimes in Syria alongside Assad that continue to this day. Crimes in Ukraine, crimes in Belarus by the regime he supports. Wagner means Putin Wagner, mercenaries, so-called mercenaries, but actually part of Putin, fascist Putin regular army, part of. Wagner crimes in many places, crimes now in Kazakhstan. Let's stop this sinister masquerade. Watch. And there, Nikola Tenzer replied to White Helmet tweet and video. And White Helmet tweets, the White Helmets. 63 children killed by Assad and Russia, means Putin, in the span of 6 months. Most were born into Assad war and never had the chance to live it. They died with unfulfilled dreams to live in peace and safety like other children. When does the world say no more? And this video. That fact, Putin and other crimes, and continuation of that, and your refusal stop that. You show in Ukraine case you can. Why you refusing do that? United States, NATO, others can. Britain, they showed a very bold position in Ukraine case. But in Belarus, Kazakhstan, in Syria, what was in Chechnya, it was long ago, long ago. In one hand, you say, not, never again, never will forget Holocaust. And you should do that, not by words. because Holocaust did this civilization. And Putin genocide in Chechnya was long ago. No investigation, no other demand or international institutions action. And same in Syria. And now Kazakhstan. I will now show you this video, approximately 2.5 minutes, where Serdyukov troops in January 6, one day, today, Tokayev, means Putin, announced by Tokayev mouth, open fire without warnings. They are not yet, not ODKB. From Armenia, even from Belarus, will come several days later. But already Putin there, Putin, Serdyukov troops by the helmets. Of this, yes, how this called, Mirotvorческие силы in Russia. Immediately. This fact show how this truth was there at least several days before this announcement of Tokayev. They can't simply come to Kazakhstan, immediately go without plan, without scheme, without knowing this city Almaty, their streets there. Yeah, how they can? They need several time. And this video, very credible video. And they are Russian troops.
Данное видео записано 6 января, буквально на следующий день после просьбы Токаева ввести в Казахстан войска ОДКБ. Российские военные в голубых касках миротворцев с автоматами наперевес зачищают улицы Алматы от митингующих. Это улица Байтурсынова в Алматы. Рядом находится то самое алмалинское РУВД, с крыши которого снайпер застрелил 12-летнего мальчика. Жители Алматы неоднократно сообщали, что за малейшую попытку снять на камеру так называемых миротворцев, по ним сразу же открывался огонь на поражение. Несмотря на грозящую смертельную опасность, одному из активистов все-таки удалось пробраться в пустующую квартиру и все-таки снять на камеру военных из ОДКБ, а точнее военных из России. Других войск на тот момент на территории Казахстана попросту не было. Армянский и белорусский контингент прибудет гораздо позже. Вот вам и первый видеофакт. На основании сообщений многочисленных источников, а также этого видео, мы на 100% уверены, что зачисткой Алматы, расстрелами мирных казахских демонстрантов занимались именно войска Российской Федерации, войска Путина. Все казахстанские части участвовали только во второй фазе операции, когда надо было проверить уже зачищенные улицы. Еще раз повторяем, казахов в Алматы убивали российские военные. Они уже находились в Казахстане еще до обращения Токаева, а после обращения буквально сразу же приступили к боевым действиям в жилых кварталах Алматы. Под этим видео ФСБшные и КНБшные тролли будут писать, что видео записано не в Алматы. Вот короткий отрывок с той же улицы. Это идут протестующие. Жителям Алматы нетрудно будет убедиться, что видео записано именно там, недалеко от Алмалинского РУВД. По сообщениям активистов, в здании Алмалинского РУВД располагался один из командных пунктов военных ОДКБ, военных Путина. Сейчас нас пытаются отвлечь различными отставками членов семьи Назарбаевых. Вот от чего вас хотят отвлечь. Это не военные, это военные преступники. Именно они убивали и расстреливали казахов, участников мирных митингов в Алматы.
Putin job. Putin using all measures what possible, what you giving him, what you giving her, all opportunity. If okay, if good. At same time, Kazakhstan and other things, other crimes. I call you stop Putin. Truly stop. Finally stop. By these measures, already Putin killed more than millions totally, including Chechnya, Syria, other his crimes in Ukraine. And he continued to do that using his hybrid form plan for achieve his targets. You know, this is so obvious. Kazakhstan Anschluss happened. There was Nazarbayev as was barrier for Putin Anschluss plan in two key cases. Nazarbayev was resisting not because Kazakhstan sovereign state and Kazakhstan people, because his authority, Nazarbayev authority. First resistance, no military base in Kazakhstan of Russian troops. Second, not joining to Belarus-Russia Union. Now, these both Putin, by removing Nazarbayev, by using Kazakh people very angry protest, decades, 30 years, atrocity of Nazarbayev authoritarian regime. In Belarus, he using Belarus people protest this forum, as I said, in Kazakhstan, this forum. And Nazarbayev ousted, but his business Putin not planning touch. In Kazakhstan, yes, but stolen more than $100 billion, no touch. And even Putin acting symbolic forum. Nazarbayev, one of daughter husband, son-in-law, was Kazakhstan oil and gas key point, oil and gas chief, okay? Main money to Nazarbayev and family. This Kazakhstan energy sector. Kulibayev. In Kazakhstan, this Putin clearing from this position Nazarbayev circle by same time giving them one of them, not for all. Very important position on Russian energy sector board. Kulibayev was removed from Kazakhstan oil and gas energy sector chief position, main figure, and come to Gazprom board member. This means it's Russia. Kazakhstan energy sector also already Russia because Anschluss is Anschluss. And Takayev there will have own case of money, food, but already directly under Russian occupation, Anschluss occupation. Same in Belarus. Ryanair was launched the terror act, okay, terror act. And this Putin job, again, you refuse, said that. There was Putin, FSB, and other units, GIU even, who organized, together with Lukashenko, KGB and military intelligence, organizing together this Putin job, Putin Lukashenko job, not Lukashenko Putin job. Putin Lukashenko job. And they even downing forced to land passenger plane, Ryanair. Also, you're ignoring Putin. In Kazakhstan case, seeing that for today, until today, not yet. But you anyway try downplay. And if not will, intervene Ukraine. Already he take Crimea, he take Eastern region, he take Belarus, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan will others in this forum, Anschluss forum. People acting, and you're not standing with people. You know, in Belarus case, United States and Britain and others. In Belarus case, how you stand with Belarus people. You refuse act against main figure who be behind this crackdown, Putin. Therefore, you fail it. You sanction Lukashenko. For example, scam. Lukashenko was taking money from you in someday economy schemes, Belarus, Kali, Mali, and this money given him, Putin, because you not touch Putin. Same will happen and happen in Kazakhstan case. So, as long time I demand act for stop Putin, you refuse, and this refusal continue. And this good for Putin. Good for Putin. For Putin plan, good. Your very strong action on Ukraine case is not affecting Putin because if Putin using his plan again, I saying that, and you refusing to really stop Putin. You're not naive. You have all these facts, but you're refusing use these facts. Investigation, fact check, sanctions. I not say baseless, without nothing sanctions. What I say, all this fact check. And even in chemical weapon case, your sanctions not targeted Putin in Syria case. You're fully in action. And I knew exactly why this happening. And I already said that again. Rothschild and Co. helping Putin. I don't know what in Ukraine case, which plan he will use. But what I said is good for Putin. Understand that. You can't play or do other schemes in Ukraine case, but taking already Crimea and Eastern region, can use other schemes, but same time he will, as I say, where possible answers will do. And your inaction in these cases is good for Putin plan. Putin using all method and measures to achieve his targets. And also long time I seen you from 2004, 5, 6, and later when I was in our side after my deportation back to here under the system Tehran Torture already here. And during these years, already 18 years after deportation already, 13 years, okay, 13 years. I demanding this action against Ilham Aliyev. I saying this to you starting from Obama time. Ilham Aliyev, Putin, only truly ally. This means Ilham Aliyev fully belong to Putin. And these pipelines, as European Union show, and you, United States, also was back at this position of European Union. You call it that divestment, diversification of your energy sector, not from only from Russia, but from Azerbaijan too. This diversification is different for you. This is different for you. But actually, you know already this revealing fact about Ilham Aliyev schemes, Ilham Aliyev lobby, criminal lobby schemes in Britain, in United States, in Germany, in France, in Italy, in European Union institutions, in PASE, European Commission, Euro Parliament, they have two, Euro Commission, Azeri Landramat, and additional. And all you this downplay. His assassination of Daphne Caruana Galizia, investigative journalist of Malta, already have additional fact how Fennec, long time Ilham Aliyev, very corrupt and fully belong to Ilham Aliyev. Fennec. Thanks to Joseph Muscat government. They schemes agreement with Ilham Aliyev. In 2012, 13, 14, even 15, Daphne was assassinated in late 2017. After revelation of Panama Papers, and Daphne very strongly action for revealing and these facts about Pilatus Bank, about Ilham Aliyev money to Muscat family, a grant, about Joseph Muscat, head of staff, Shembiri, about Energy Minister Mitzi, and others. They have Fennec, Electrogas, Sokar, and Malta Energy ministry or unit, they created electric gas, and they are Sokar and Malta, and head of this electric gas, Fenek. From 2015, Baku European Games. You know, we all know this money, this corrupt. Ilham Aliyev this for his image. He very, tyranny. Ilham Aliyev, tyranny, not only dictator, he tyranny, tyrant, tyranny. Stealing money from people. Formula One, Eurovision, Baku European Games, all money. Money laundering means illegal money, illegal. And you refuse. I say, others saying too, and you refusal. European Union, United States, Britain. Now Britain revealing how Ilham Aliyev, these apartments. In one case, in only one case, they are $700 million. And there I know this from 1993 when was in Azerbaijan coup, Heydar Aliyev, Russia, and Queen Elizabeth, BP, from daytime. How this authority belonged to their business, their other case. In second place, this Queen Elizabeth, this Britain, BP and others. And this concrete thing means money to Queen Elizabeth from Azerbaijan resources. And they money laundering schemes on these apartments, properties, apartments. How Ilham Aliyev sold one apartment to Queen Elizabeth. And I know that this their gift, no afterwards they are happening. Ilham Aliyev sell and Queen Elizabeth buy. They are money laundering, but who will investigate that? So we are coming to main point. For resolve problem and rule of law, a country rule of law demand that you refusing, ignoring, try fooling people, show you as naive, you don't understand what they are actually happening. You don't understand because you're naive. You're using this method, head of state and government, when needed. And same time you show you as you fighting corruption, money laundering, fighting for democracy, stand with people, fighting against dictatorships. Britain, world leader, all dictators, tyrannies, they are in London, they are. Even today, not yet. Same United States of America, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, even Egypt of Sisi. In United States soil, they targeted their opponents, their critics, try arrest them, try kill them, try kidnap them. And what they did against Jamal Khashoggi, we also know before your very eyes. And again, no touch Mohammed bin Salman. Why? Trump fascist as Putin, believe me. But you and European countries, Canada too, and European countries and Britain too. And continuation of that. Act as in Ukraine case. Why not? Why not? What's your problem? Who stopping you? United States of America or Britain or European Union or Germany, France, Italy? Who stopping you? And I saying you, who ruled the world? Rothschild and Co. By these schemes, lobby schemes, dark money in politics, donors, others. And you even ignoring assassination, even try do that in Malta. It was attempt to that. But our bold position no give you this chance. But now need final investigation again. Again, Maltese authority, this Abela Prime Minister, opposition their request some bill which should be based on public inquiry case on Daphne Caruana Galizia assassination. And this should be law. And so crime who do crime, they should be punished. And this very crucial bill for finally truly act on who behind Daphne assassination, and also do clean up in Malta. But Abela say, hey, this opposition party request, they targeted coming election, therefore this unacceptable, not will accept, we will reject that. They argue. Abela not thinking, hey, this good, election coming. Okay, opposition request, but we, ruling party, welcome that and do all needed things for this happen. And Maltese people watching. This we, ruling party, prime minister did that together with opposition. This about Maltese people. We choose protect our country to clean up from these very criminal schemes. But Abela show opposite. And again, coming to main point, there should be again new investigation, a grant case, new investigation, Pilatus Bank case, which very corrupt. They are dual filing system. And Ilham Aliyev was using this, who not was public system of Pilatus Bank, hidden system. And there again, money, and again, Baku European Games 2015, money go to 17 black Fennec film registered in United Arab Emirates. 2015. İlham Aliyev wife film, Pasha Bank. Pasha Mehriban Aliyeva first surname before married, Pashayeva. And they are, of course, again, tyranny. All monopoly, of course. Ilham Aliyev Mehriban Aliyeva. İlham Aliyev, o Aliyev, Maliyev, o Pashayev, Pasha Bank, Pasha Holding, Pasha Tourism in Montenegro, Pasha. This directly Mehriban Aliyeva family. And the wife, husband, how they take full control on Azerbaijan. Much more than Nazarbayev. Believe me, than Nazarbayev. Much more. And enough scale sum of money go to Putin pocket. Fennec arrested in jail. He was given money to middleman. Teuma was giving this money to killers. Killed Daphne. This already confirmed. But who behind Fennec? Sokar İlham Aliyev. Directly, İlham Aliyev even himself, herself, her wife, Merban Aliyeva, Pasha Bank, again to 17 Black from 2015. 17 Black, this Fennec, this about millions of dollars. In one episode, in this episode, more than 1 million. And who Fennec? And of course, this money which Fennec give to Teuma, which should be given to killers, this money was given to Fennec from İlham Aliyev. No doubt. The Sokar chief on Malta case, he also likely involved. And Joseph Muscat, by his knowledge, İlham Aliyev did that. The common decision kill Daphne, but money give İlham Aliyev. To Fennec, Joseph Muscat knew that, his head of staff, Shembili, knew that, and possible few others. And same in İlham Aliyev case. Refusal. Khashoggi case. Refusal. They in luxury apartment living, who dismembered Khashoggi in luxury, lavish life in Saudi Arabia. Same. Daphne, woman, was killed. Try downplay, try fake investigation was, and public inquiry all show that. And now, European Union decide come to İlham Aliyev and say, hey, Putin can use his gas pipeline as weapon against European Union, Germany, others. No one said them, not me for years, not others, but by demand, hey, this Putin. Until last days, even last day, but if, if will intervene. If not, where your mind? Why you try fool people? For years we're saying this Putin, same person who did genocide children killing Beslan in Syria. Why you give him this chance to Putin? Main energy, petrol gas coming from Russia. Why? Why you put your country under this dangerous situation? Germany. Who will investigate that? Who will investigate Schroeder crimes? This should be this unavoidable. Never we will give you chance, Germany, downplay Schroeder Putin crimes. A huge scale sum of money flowed to your political establishment pockets, Germany. CDU, CSU, SPD, weigh that. But best if you will investigate that. Why this happening? Again, I said, who ruled the world? And now, Ilham Aliyev fully belonged to Putin. Watch this example urge people. Undeniable fact. How Rothschild and Co. ruled the world. Which schemes he using this Co, Rothschild and Co. Which scam they using? One of fact check. European Union saying already come to the Ukraine case, saying if we will stop, and so we will have some gas problem, where we should go? Oh, Ilham Aliyev. Ilham Aliyev is Putin. Ilham Aliyev is Putin. Putin will use Putin. Or his interest, on her interest, Ilham Aliyev, Putin, Ilham Aliyev will use that. Why no, you not go to Norway, Germany, or France, or others? Why you coming to Azerbaijan, where tyranny? And this person fully belong to Putin. Why you choose Azerbaijan, European Union? I say you why. Because Rothschild and Co. Ilham Aliyev will use this situation together with Putin. Already Ilham Aliyev, chief prosecutor, Kamran Aliyev, immediately, when European Union, who behind European Union this decision, I said, and saying, when they decide, we should take additional gas from Azerbaijan by TARP pipeline, Trans-Adriatic pipeline, Ilham Aliyev immediately sent this chief prosecutor to Germany and France. To Germany, there was meeting with German federal chief prosecutor, and they discussed it and agreed. We know who Germany, today Germany, Schroeder and Co. Putin, Schroeder and Co. Undeniable. And there they discuss it. Ilham Aliyev opposition there. They are bloggers. was using YouTube channels mainly for revealing fact, truths about Ilham Aliyev authority, Ilham Aliyev herself, Ilham Aliyev wife, Ilham Aliyev daughters, Ilham Aliyev family and circles, all their crimes and lifestyle, which very immoral, immorality without frame, all that they're revealing by facts. And several of them in Germany, several in France, several in Britain, you know, immediately. Hey, you want gas, European Union? Give me these persons. Tural Sadıklı, Azat Söz channel blogger, administrator. Mohammed Mirzali from France, where he was stabbing. You should know that. I said that. Now they open court. Means sued Mohammed Mirzali in France court. They beating, stabbing him near to death. He was very serious condition in France hospital, Mohammed Mirzali. And one of France journalists, which was interviewed Ilham Aliyev, he also asked him. Of course, Ilham Aliyev denied, but we know directly Ilham Aliyev. And now he want them back, arrest and extradition. The Elshad Mammadov also, and other bloggers, even former Azerbaijan officials, including generals in these countries, European Union countries, mainly Germany, France, Italy, Austria. Immediately, Ilham Aliyev sent his chief prosecutor for that. You want gas? Increase gas, extradition them. How Ilham Aliyev using that, and Ilham Aliyev used that for decades. And your ignorance, even today, you refuse act on Ilham Aliyev case, despite all his crimes, Azir Landramat, his crimes in London, this all dirty money launderings, 700 million there. In United States, this representative, Democrat Party representative, Quella, shame on you. Taking money from Ilham Aliyev by money laundering. FBI investigated Quella and others, was search warrant on his office and home, directly on Ilham Aliyev case, and others. And Ilham Aliyev assassinations in Italy, in Turkey, Bayram Mammadov. Nobody investigated, truly. Earlier, in 2005, Elmar Hüseyinov, very investigative journalist of Azerbaijan, was assassinated, killed by Ilham Aliyev, because he revealing daytime, 2005, earlier 2000s, truths about Ilham Aliyev family, his father, etc. Not investigation. Downplay, crackdown. Even this chief prosecutor, Kamran Aliyev, who now in Europe, Maybe already he returned. Refuse investigate this undeniable fact in London. Their apartment, their price, their document, this Ilham Aliyev daughters need investigation, this rule of law, this international law norm. And Azerbaijan also, European country, okay, have constitution, have laws. But Kamran Aliyev, nothing, zero. How this possible? This show you European Union, which tyranny in Azerbaijan, and you try, sell, again betray democracy, democratic institution, European Union, and shame on you finally if you will do that. Finally, shame on you if you will do that. You're betraying democracy, democratic institutions. Go to Norway and other countries, not to Azerbaijan. Poland can buy gas from Norway. You not. And other countries also have there. Why Azerbaijan? Why Ilham Aliyev? When he had this tyranny, crimes after crime, and against me, what they're using, you also know. You can't downplay this European Union. You can't deny existence of banker which using against me this system terror and torture each second. And this Ilham Aliyev banker where dozen brigades, in each brigade dozen specialists, fully equipped with banned weapon they're using against me. Very high-tech devices they're using against me. Much more high-tech than Pegasus. And this system terror and torture each second. And Sodom and Gomorrah forum, this system terror and torture. And bomb crash Gestapo. You're also ignoring that, and you're planning continue ignore that. Banker not exist. These people, these Azerbaijan people, not Ilham Aliyev banker, not Ilham Aliyev police and KGB generals in banker, not these Azerbaijan people, ordinary people attacking Chinghiz daily, nightly, using these banned weapon, very high-tech devices. And why? You choose Ilham Aliyev. And I say you no fool people. This because Rothschild and Co. who rule the world and they will finally understand my mission will crack down the system, satanic system structure which rule the world and all this mess around the world they doing their system. Therefore, they any cause try back, help Putin and Ilham Aliyev. If not Putin, Ilham Aliyev. If not Ilham Aliyev, Putin. Shame on you, European Union, and how you failed act on climate crisis case, European Union. Shame on you again. Gas, green energy, clean energy, or nuke, clean energy. How you refuse, how you crack down this hope of people, European people and Earth people, for finally act for stop this climate crisis. All linked, as I try said that, how all this linked, because behind climate crisis, Rothschild and Co. They structured big banks, big oil, big gas, big coal, and others. And they choose, yeah, go to Ilham Aliyev. Putin, if you use as weapon, take from Ilham Aliyev this Putin. Additionally, Ilham Aliyev will use this opportunity for additional crackdown opposition against me, against Turab opposition Azerbaijan, and even arrest and extradition of these opposition bloggers in European Union countries because Azerbaijan gas and European Union, one of center of democracy, human rights, they value. Again, shame on you. Your decision already giving me this opportunity, said that because so evil decision you go to Ilham Aliyev and ask gas. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, the divergence between developed and developing countries threatens to become systemic, a recipe for instability, crisis, and forced migration. We need a reform of the global financial system, inclusive, transparent, and consultative, to create an architecture that delivers for all. The Secretary General of United Nations tweeted from yesterday, from January 29. Crucial. Do that. But who will do that, Antonio? Who will do that? Only we can. Look at them, what they're doing. This political establishment. Who will do that? Who will reform financial system? Only we can. Force them by our peaceful measures, peaceful action, by disobedience too, by go to election system and elect president and prime minister and parties, ruling parties who will have very concrete and powerful position, do that, stop climate crisis and replace today world financial system by transparent financial system. No wait from them. This waste of time. And when we in days you civilization not have time. Time is running out, as Greta Thunberg said. Very correct. You not have time. civilization. And this threat, deadly threat to you, climate crisis will kill you. And they will protect you. And all in detailed form, I say you, who Rothschild and Co. They have faith to Satan. And what this means, I already said, and will say again and again. This truth about what's happening on planet Earth and your civilization should finally wake up for survive yourself, for save yourself, be survived by resolving these two top deadly threat to you: corruption, malwandering. First, this climate crisis, and of course, same time, corruption, malwandering. We're successful if we will work together. Me, my mission from universe unity, this very key chance to you, and we will succeed. And again, I call this establishment join to us when I know they will fail again, but maybe among them will few or maybe several can join. We will welcome them. How they acting? One respectful lawyer, Stephen Donziger, was jailed by Chevron, Texaco in Ecuador. Chevron branch, okay? How was he jailed? He revealed fact billions there was stolen by Chevron. 100 millions, billions for refusing use technology for do this process, oil, drilling oil, clean, secure. They refused to do that, and there was accident too, and this was much more worse than in United States history. Was there in Alaska, also in Gulf of Mexico, we also know. And this lawyer, Donziger, stand with Ecuador people, say he will, when they sue Chevron, he comes, say he will help in court, and they win. They won. And after that, what was happened? He was jailed in house arrest. Already will end his sentence in coming April, but for years he there. And why was this happened? Chevron prosecution of Steven Donziger. Documents reveal a close collaboration between the oil giant, its law firm, and the private prosecutor who sent the environmentalist lawyer to federal prison. James North tweeting. New documents reveal, yes, I already said this already tweet, and here article from thenation.com. And here tweets. This one. Steven Donziger tweeting. Breaking. A trove of emails show Chevron law firm Gibson Dunn and partner Reed Brodsky spent months as helping private prosecutor Rita Glavin imprison me. Chevron paid millions to finance the prosecution that led to my conviction without a jury, even without jury. Millions. Outrageous, illegal, and wrong, tweeted Steven Donziger. And this Rita Glavin, how this conspirate, this of course illegal, they conspirate. They illegal money. This Reed Brodsky from Chevron conspired with federal prosecutor Rita Glavin. They are millions of dollars for imprison Steven Donziger. For what? He was protect Ecuador people in court, they rights, and they won. And Chevron give 100 millions, I don't know, they are billions even. Should, if this money not yet, we know United States, other court also they are, of course, corrupt scam. Stopping do this payment to Ecuadorian people. Why? Then fact check. You call it about rule of law, about international law and norm, and same time you block it court rule because this other court rule, and they fact is truly evil action by Texaco in Ecuador, which was cost to Ecuador people, Ecuador government, Ecuador state, cost billions. Steven Donziger continue. Chevron lawyer Reed Brodsky and private corporate prosecutor Rita Glavin worked together to imprison me after the federal prosecutor rejected the charges. Federal prosecutor rejected charges against Donziger, and after that, they're using this scheme for imprison Donziger. How they acting? This very correct example, fact, who they, how they try to punish people who against them, acting against them. And no matter they acting evil, they're doing crimes after crimes. This nothing. But who acting against them in court, sue them, they try to punish them. This Exxon, you remember, I already said, Azar, the Jewish from, this NSO, this Kandiru, this Black Cube, this case, this all Israel Mossad, Israel government, they high techs. Exxon invite this Azar, this specialist, by Israel high tech as Pegasus to United States against Greenpeace in place in United States. They persons, leaders. For hack their emails, for other attacks. For that, Azar jailed in United States. but how they acting. You're not touching them. Subsidies continue. Planet Earth on trouble, very serious trouble, is on fire. You continue subsidies, their comfort, and further, you blah blah about geoengineering, about blah blah this person's, baseless. When planet on emergency, blah blah, again their comfort. Actually, you're not acting against them. They not losing. They not seriously affecting, and they taking continue taking hundred, ten of billions, hundred of billions, totally trillions. And of course, they will punish. There's somebody there who they punish them, send money. Remember Rothschild and Co. Send money, take Federal Reserve, put in Constitution, send money, put in Constitution. IIS needed, too important, send money. This was happening in 1913, undeniable. Why I saying this fact from different times? Because same persons, same groups, same structure. When I say same person, means family, their family. Rothschild and Co. And acting same forum. Killing president, no problem. Hey, Lincoln, piff puff. How you dare, Lincoln? Oh, Jackson, take that, piff puff. Sorry, failing. But was try. Hey, John Kennedy, take that. Robert Kennedy, take that. Rothschild and Co. How they ruled the world. Which method using if needed. Even head of state, 1, 2, 3, 5, United States silent. Why? So covered you? I think not so. Not only this, United States political establishment, they are big and easy money flowed to your pockets in form of dark money politics, in donor schemes, corporation in you allowed give money, be donors for your parties for that. 9/11, CIA, hey, CIA, FBI, 9/11. You killed Bin Laden and finished, all good, all finished. Why you fooling people? And this position of you refuse to truly investigate this attack which was against your country. Very devastating attack was. This, I saying you, this universe unity saying you, United States of America. This, your position can finally destroy America and United States of America. I knew that exactly. 9/11. World Trade Center 7 building did not collapse due to fire. Report. This article from May 2020. I more than more than 1.5 years later take this article. They should be earlier because I repeatedly saying that and important of this article. Here, this daily commercial news article from there. A group of engineers and architects is demanding the American National Institute of Standards and Technology retract and correct a 2008 report that concluded one of three World Trade Center buildings collapsed because fire weakening the steel supporting it in the 9/11 terrorist attack. I will read this article because importance of that, very importance of that. I will read article as exists. The architects and engineers of 9/11 Truth has formally filed a request for correction with the NIST following a new and detailed 4 years analysis by a team at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, UAF. This National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST. Okay, UAF, this University of Alaska Fairbanks. It says the World Trade Center Building 7 collapse was a near simultaneous failure of every column in the building and dismissed the NIST finding that heat from the fire caused beams to walk off the moorings. September 11, 2001 is the tragedy of when two hijacked planes hit the World Trade Center 1 and World Trade Center 2 towers, sending debris tumbling onto World Trade Center 7. The NIST claimed that embrace ignited a fire which then caused the 47-story building to collapse on itself at 5:20 p.m., hours after the initial incident that morning. We have filed a request for correction because the NIST, National Institute of Standard and Technology report is wrong, said Ted Walter, spokesperson for AE 9/11 Truth, which is a group of 3,000 engineers, scientists, and architects, including more than a dozen Canadian ones that paid $316,000 for the study. This 9/11 Truth organization, this group of 3,000 engineers, scientists, and architects, including more than a dozen Canadian ones that paid $316,000 for the study. From an engineering perspective, it is imperative to understand how and why this building came down under design load conditions, said Walter. The study says NIST made some fundamental errors in how engineers estimated the rig- rigidity of the outside building frame, and that the heat generated by the fire did not trigger thermal movement at a critical base plate support. Further, the group, which includes families of those killed, asserts that the investigations is flawed and that the conclusions at the, as to what happened must be based on science and engineering, and accept that controlled demo- demolition is a plausible cause. For expediency and because it was not hit by a plane, the study looked only at World Trade Center 7, WTC 7, not the other two, but 9/11 Truth uh, Groups organization, as long claimed all three were subject to something beyond heat-induced failure. The report notes that the outside frame was more flexible than the inside framing, which is where the elevator shaft were, says where says McMaster University professor emeritus of civil engineering Robert Corot, a fellow of the Canadian Society of Civil Engineering, who is also one of two peers who reviewed the UAF, University of Alaska Fairbanks study. Under the condition described, the displacement of the outside steel would have been only 1 inch, not the 6.25 NIST claimed, and not enough to cause failure. Further, he says, the debris from WTC 1, which fell 943 feet to WTC7, did not attain sufficient mass to cause structural damage to the steel in that building. The bottom line, he says, is that the National Institute of Standard and Technology report is flawed and of no value to future engineering or architectural learning. The Alaska report adds new momentum to long-standing claims by the AE 911 truth that all three of the buildings should not have collapsed in the spectacular and deadly manner they did. Further, the choral underlined this: there was nothing in the offices beyond basic desks, chairs, computers, and paper that would be of such a combustible nature so as to feed a fire and raise the temperature to above 1400 degrees Celsius and melt the steel structure. Not. There not was this fire, this temperature. There not was 1400, not in World Trade Center 1, not in World Trade Center 2, and not, of course, in World Trade Center 7. There not was 1400 Celsius temperature. There not was because fire melt of steel. The group makes no assertion as to why it may have been a controlled demolition and says its only interest is in ensuring that three no need to rethink the structural steel design of high high rises because the design was not at fault. University of Alaska Fairbanks civil engineering professor Leroy Halsey, principal investigator, his research assistant Feng Jiao, now an associate professor at Nanjing University of Science and Technology, and Zhili Kuan, now a bridge engineer for the South Carolina Department of Transportation, found that the design standard of the building was not exceeded by the fire and that simultaneous and controlled demolition caused the structural steel to fall. Fires could not have caused weakening of displacement of structural members capable of initiating any of the hypothetical local failures alleged to have triggered the total collapse of the building, the report states, nor could any local failures, even if they had occurred, have triggered a sequence of failures that would have resulted in the observed total collapse. The National Institute of Standard and Technology report held that lateral support beams buckled because of thermal expansion from the fire and because they had nowhere to go and thus deformed and weakened the structural integrity. Other failures were triggered when joists and beams walked off their connections NIST found. It was also the first this institution of standard and technology finding of a high-rise collapse from thermal deformation caused by fire, which the 125-page Alaska report disputes. It presents arguments showing it was a simultaneous global failure, not a localized failure causing a domino effect. It presents arguments showing it was a simultaneous global failure, not a localized failure causing a domino effect. Halsey, Mr. Halsey, et al. Argue that the collapse was laid down in a pancake fashion with about 2.25 to 2.5 seconds for free fall acceleration. In a typical building collapse, given a localized structural steel failure, World Trade Center 7 would be expected to experience a combination of axial rotation and bending of members, resulting in a disjointed, asymmetrical collapse at less than free fall acceleration, the report states. The study team undertook extensive computer and physical modeling, paying particular attention to the area around column 79, which had been identified as the critical juncture of failure. The conclusion is that columns 79, 8, and 81 did not fail at the lower floors of the building and were not subjected to heat above floor 30 because there were no fires there. No, there are fires even. Even if they did, they would not trigger a horizontal horizontal progression of column failures, and the team was unable to find any other plausible cause for the progressive sequence of failures. Joe Biden, garant of United States security and United States institutions whose job protect America, CIA, FBI, NSA, ODNI, and others, Homeland Security, and Congress, and independent media, mainstream media, independent. Why are you ignoring this fact? I say you because Rothschild and Co. who behind this 9/11 attack, who behind Putin attack against United States in 2016, who give to Putin your country electron sheet code, United States, and this means NATO standard. This means other country electron shield code 2 plus minus. Therefore, Trump was in White House because Rothschild and Co. was collaborated with Putin. Even why they did that, I say you, because they plan of big war. The Rothschild and Co. plan of big war. And Putin plan, which we already know. And 9/11, each year in 11 September, all nations mourning, president, vice president, and Congress all coming to ground zero. Why? Why you doing that? If you're refusing truly investigate what was happening in 9/11, we're speaking about this more than 3,000 victims. But at the same time, you're refusing to truly investigate 9/11. There was controlled demolition of 3 buildings. Building 1, Building 2, and Building 7, all 3 controlled demolition because they are not worth temperature above 1,400 degrees Celsius. And so, who did that? There was controlled demolition. There was groups who was before this Al-Qaeda volunteers who take control on these 2 planes and was directed to World Trade Center 1 and 2 buildings. Before that, before 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, investigation will show that who these groups who can come to these buildings, putting there these dynamites. Investigation should and will show that through investigation. And the lift, elevator repaired, and the other thing can. But they did that. Dynamics. Very portative and very high tech. Put as magnet. Who they? Who can do that? And why they demolished World Trade Center 7? Also, good question. I investigate should and will show that through investigation why WCT WTC 7 was demolished, which their treasure was, documents was, and other things. No, too late. United States are calling you this about your as country existence. Rothschild and Co. hate you. They're no friend, they're enemy. Each time from start, when they come from in Britain to United States in early 1980s, no nine, sorry, 1880, yeah, 18 years, means earlier 19th century. Sorry, my English. Nathan Rothschild family come, Schiff come, others come, and there are other families. We know this history, and finally 1913, earlier 20th century, 1 century later, they finally create this Federal Reserve, who behind, together with Bank of England, behind this world financial institutions, International Monetary Fund, World Bank, and other units. They enemy of you. They hate you. I know that exactly. And they are not only Jewish. Somebody try show Rothschild and Co. means not only they are. This not actually. This not about nationality. Believe me, because they face Rothschild not have faith to Judaism or to Christian or Islam. They have faith to Satan. Actually, truly, this about their faith and others too. Co. Rothschild and Co. There are other nationalities. And now time, very good chance, stop them. How? By rule of law. Start through investigation of 9/11, of John Kennedy and Robert Kennedy assassinations, their Martin Luther King assassinations too, and Putin attack. You're refusing Department of Justice of Trump, William Barr, and others, they refuse to truly investigate what was happening in 2016. Robert Mueller was framed. He not will allowed investigate where investigation go, as congressmen and senators was demanded. And Rosenstein was lied about that to Congress. Yes, investigation will go where this. But later we know Rosenstein said, Mueller, hey man, you can't investigate that and that. Only this. Go. This means frame it. Investigation. Where others referral from Mueller to where this South District of New York, Washington, and their others unit ongoing investigation. After 1 century, you will this trick for stop, downplay, not to investigate this attack on United States, very devastating attack. And why? Because again, who behind John Kennedy assassination, who behind, truly behind 9/11, there was Al Qaeda. It's undeniable, but they was used. Who was Lee Harvey Oswald? He killed John Kennedy. No lie. He was killed from front side, right front, deadly shot. So who was Lee Harvey Oswald? He was used by those who was organized this assassination of John Kennedy. Same about Al Qaeda 9/11. They will use it. Who was organized that? I saying you, and through investigation will show who put this dynamite and do controlled demolition of these buildings. They organized and did that, including by using Al Qaeda volunteers from Saudi Arabia, United States Embassy, coming to visa, is money, visa, go to this study how, yes, learn how flight with this, very light airplane, not passenger airplane. It's very different. This one, money, yes, good, good. They of course want, they terrorists, they was this, on this position. Al Qaeda, but who using them and who demolishing these buildings? And what was truly happening on Pentagon buildings? No, too late. Together with me, this good chance to United States and other countries, developed countries, good chance, do good job, do your duty. I together with you will be successful. and you will much more powerful, and people will much more unite if you will do that. For that needed cleanup from Putin structure, which online. Trump and co, Putin, Trump and co, who they we know. This first step, cleanup. Through investigation, January 6 coup attempt, Putin there. And CIA, FBI knew that. And again try downplay. Department of Justice try downplay that. No coup attempt, no needing special counsel. We will do anything, as Attorney General Merrick Garland said. But this not true. They not will do what they promise. Wait as Mueller investigation, where you frame it, downplaying this, not touch this, not touch this, not touch this, not touch even Trump family. Why? Why? Trump do treason against country. He used his position as head of state, organized this coup attempt, was prepared for use military for size election machines to for stop confirmation of electors' decision about Joe Biden victory on this election. Therefore, they attacked Congress building. Not touch Trump. Even not was initiative from Department of Justice. I think not yet, not even 1 month ago, earlier. Report was article. Department of Justice even not trying, no requesting for docs from Trump family, from White House, on Trump in Georgia, Trump in the other state also had. Not. Why not? If you're truly investigating and say no matter who, even today already evidence have Trump behind this coup attempt, and behind that Trump himself. And you will downplay, not touch Trump, or some blah blah. Why? Nation will die. was this cameo others said. Opposite of truth. True investigation will unite nation. On 2016 attack of Putin too, Rothschild and Co. Putin attack. But all these investigations, true investigations, and January 6 investigation too, will unite nation because you will reveal fact which you have, and people will know what's happening, why Rothschild and Co. have so much power and able to that. How did they become enablers of such attacks by these schemes, by the opportunity? And why today's this corrupt financial system should be, when transparent financial system will give fantastic benefit to United States. But they not thinking, they say Abbasai, this will bankrupt America. This so lie. They intentionally saying this lie. When opposite will happen. And specialists can say you how when we will replace, if we will replace today's financial system of world by transparent financial system. And Israel authority of apartheid and occupation, what I say is confirm it and verify it. Israel authority is authority of apartheid and occupation, both crime, international crime, both. Occupation is international crime. Apartheid is international crime. And Israel authority this. This new authority no change that. This Bennett government. Some cosmetic blah blah what blah blah. But after that all return to Netanyahu and co. This fact about apartheid, about massacre, about occupation. Rema Brolin left non-state terrorism, non-state terrorism, bad, evil, an act of savagery by the uncivilized other, right, legitimate self-defense against the evil non-state terrorist, when in truth this is, of course, state terrorism. It's about how Netanyahu authority and today authority stay in same position by Gantz, who announced non-government organizations in Israel terrorists. There are, I think, 6 organizations. Stands grounded. Children with rubble from their houses that were destroyed against colonizers with bombs. Free Palestine. Children with rubble from their houses that were destroyed against colonizers with bombs. Not true? Look at statistics. You like statistics. Each one is human lives, not simply figures. Palestinians not human beings. Huh? Their children not children. Because your fascist plan widen Israel, great Israel, Judea. Fascism is fascism. Yusuf Munayyer attacking the United Nations is Israel's top priority. This reply to uh, tweet from Barak Ravid. Barak Ravid tweeting. Scoop. Israel is planning a campaign to discredit a United Nations Commission formed to investigate the violence in Gaza last May and the root causes of the protracted conflict in the West Bank and Gaza, according to an Israeli Foreign Ministry cable. They say, who you? Hey, United Nations, who you? Hey, World Nations, who you? Hey, international law and norms, who you and what you? You all nothing. We're doing that and we're right, they say. Killing massacre after massacre, children, massacre, thousands killed. Each attack killed thousands. This fact also we have. Previous attack too on Gaza. This apartheid into Israel against Palestinians. This means this, fascism in Israel. Unbelievable, but it's true. Israel, modern country, high-tech country, etc., etc. Democracy there because the people elected by, they leaders by election, but actually not. Actually not. The establishment which belonged to Rothschild and Co., who behind establishment of Israel, and of course behind this Israel authority expansion, fascist plan of Israel. That's true. And this establishment, no matter Likud or others or name in authority, same policy. And they laughing or spitting on international institutions. Therefore, so crucial, International Criminal Court should truly start and truly investigate Israel authority crimes, massacre against Palestinians in Gaza, not only in Gaza, but in Gaza too. And of course, there it was from Hamas, some violation of international law and norm, they also should be prosecuted because law for everyone, no matter which nationality, which citizen, no matter. And United States here can play very crucial role. Stand with international law and norm, United States. Their United Nations resolutions, two-state, and do that, no declaration. Obama do that, attempt in last time of his last term of presidency. He was not was vetoed resolution were demanding by United Nations Security Council stop buildings in Palestine territories. And you daytime, yes, watch it, seeing Israel authority true face against United States. This Rothschild and Co. They hate you. They're your enemy, Rothschild and Co. Now Israel political establishment belong them by schemes, the secret societies. You not we see there in public something by their position. How Israel can act against United States, which so massive form of help Israel, because United States sided with United Nations resolution and demanding, hey, Israel, stop building on Palestine territory. This was online. Nobody can deny that. How Netanyahu was acting against United States too, against Obama as president of America, as enemy. Same authority in Israel now. So act, United Nations, United States, and we will change this establishment Israel too. They are truly will democratic establishment. And I believe in Israel people, they also want true democratic state. I say, okay, today this, I am Chinghiz together with you, Earth people.